We are Kurt and Alvida Yoder, and this is George, and he's been our foster baby since he was 4 months old. And we started foster care. He's our second placement, and the first one left us after 9 days. But he is actually in the process of being adopted by our son and his wife, so he is going to be our grandson, and we are so excited about that. We went into foster care. Basically, this sounds really strange, but we had a little dog, and we poured so much love into that little dog. We said, you know what, this is crazy. There are children out there that need us, and so still loved our dog. But anyway, we have 2 daughters at home who love children. One worked at a home for children whose moms were in prison in Alabama, and so when she came home, she kind of pushed us to do it too, and they help us a lot. And like I said, our son and his wife are going to adopt him. Hopefully. We're waiting for the mom's termination of parental rights hearing, but that's May 23rd, and he is living now at our son's. We get to have him a lot, and we love him so much, but he's going to be theirs. They have to have him 6 months in their home before they can adopt him, so they started that process. And we just are real excited to get another one. Can you believe it? The girls want a little girl now, so our son said, don't think we're going to adopt everyone that you take, but hopefully someone will, because we're a little bit old to adopt. But we love the foster system. We're good friends. I was a CASA before I was a foster mom. That kind of pushed me to do it, and showed me a lot of stuff in the system that I could get involved in. I loved being a CASA, which I can't now because I'm a foster mom, but that's a great thing too. And it just shows you there's so many kids out there that need love.
So Amanda, how you do fist pump? Can you do fist pump?
He's obsessed with balls. He loves anything with a ball, so he even brought this to church. But he's our little star, and we just love him so much. And I just want to say that one thing that I've really realized is that you can love another person's child just as much as you love your own, because I do. I have another grandchild, and I love him just as much as her. That sounds kind of funny, but God gives you the love that you need for these children, and it's been amazing.
You sit at the table with the wounded and the poor. You laugh and share stories.
We're Nate and Darlene Newstetter, and we're in the process of adopting. So
we've been trying to get pregnant for 2.5 years, and hasn't happened yet. Probably about a year ago, I would say, is when the Lord started working in our hearts, just giving us a passion for adoption. And before, we would have said that adoption's a cool thing, and maybe we'll do that somewhere down the road, but that would be our plan B. But our first choice would have been to have biological children. But over the last year, the Lord has really changed our hearts, and we would still be excited to have biological children, but we're just as excited to adopt, and we feel like this is the Lord's best for us. This is His plan A for our life, and we're really excited to start our family through an infant adoption. We have finished our home study, and that took about five months. We started it 5 months ago, and it's just completed, and so now our agency is looking for a baby for us, and we're just waiting.
So right now we're going through an infant adoption. We decided that for our first child that we felt like it might be a little overwhelming to try to go ahead and foster to adopt or adopt an older child. So we think for our first child we'd like to do an infant adoption, but we're thinking maybe down the road we might do foster to adopt, or adopt another child who may be older, or maybe 2 or 3 years old. We don't know, but so we're thinking, looking for that down the road might be a good opportunity. So I guess we'll have to see.
It's been really exciting to see the Lord come through and provide for the finances so far. The infant adoption that we're doing is a total of $18,000, and in just over 5 months the Lord has already brought in $7,000. So that's amazing to us. We would have not ever been able to save $7,000 on our own in 5 months. And probably 90% of that money was just given to us by donations from friends and family. We just would get checks in our mail, or people handing us checks at church or whatever. And so that's been really faith-building to see God come through. And for the remaining $11,000 that we still need, we've applied for several adoption grants. And we're in the process right now of planning a fundraiser. We're going to have an online raffle via Facebook, and we're just asking people right now to donate items that could be raffled off. So that's our fundraiser. And then there's also something called the ABBA Fund, which is an interest-free loan that a Christian organization gives to families who are adopting.
I'm Lisa Chubb. My husband David and I, 5 years ago, we had a little boy, came into our home through a mutual acquaintance, someone that we knew. He's been in our home almost 5 years. We started the adoption process last year. He will be 11 in June, and when we decided to adopt, it wasn't because we set out thinking that this is what we were going to do. It wasn't something that we had sought out, but when the opportunity came, we talked about it and seeking counsel, and had different friends and our pastors praying about it. We felt that we could do this. It was supposed to be mainly as a temporary situation, and after a period of time we realized that there was something more needed than just a temporary placement for the little boy. His mother actually was a foster child in my husband's home, and that was the connection that we had. It's not been an easy process, but it's one that we would do again. If we had the opportunity that he would come to us, we would do it again. We've had a lot of support from church, family, a lot of people. The church has had a fundraiser to help us with the adoption process, since Anthony is private. It is, it's not done through the state, so there have been costs in that. So we've had a lot of support, a lot of great support. It would have been nice if we had done a little bit more seeking the help that's available out there.